receiving and giving Dikshas, hopefully you would move into higher states. And you could ask me questions based on that at our next meeting. So now what you have got to contemplate on is the following, that thoughts are happening automatically. It is not that there is a Carol there who is thinking. Thoughts are simply happening automatically. Speech, it is not that you are there who speaks. It is happening automatically. And actions, it is not that you are acting, but actions are taking place all the time. So they are happening there of their own accord automatically. Now you have got to just see that. You have to see how speech is happening automatically, thought is happening automatically, and actions are happening automatically. Because that is the fact. Now, for example, let us come to thoughts. You assume that there is a thinker called Carol who is thinking, but there's no such thinker at all. There's just thinking, which is an automatic function of the brain. Just like you breathe automatically, just like your body temperature is maintained automatically, just like digestion happens automatically. Similarly, thinking also is happening automatically. You are not there who is thinking. It's a mere assumption. Suppose you were to draw a circle, the center emerges. In much the same way, when thinking happens, the illusion of a thinker arises. There's no thinker at all. Similarly, speech, it is also happening automatically, though you think that you are speaking. No. Actions, they're also happening automatically. For example, you might think, Carol might think, okay, I shall decide to move my arm, and there I have moved it. But then, if we were to watch Carol's brain real time, which is possible today, you would notice that a fraction of a second before she moved her hand, her brain had decided to move the hand, and the hand moves. But she suffers from the illusion that she decided to move her arm and the arm moved. All things are happening automatically. Similarly, when you come to your body, you must understand that your body is not your body, because this human body is millions of years old. You did not design it. You did not make the changes in that body, and you did not conceive it. You had virtually no role with it. You did not make it grow. It grew on its own. So your body is not your body. Your mind is not your mind. Your thoughts are not your thoughts. They're more like this. You're wearing some nice dress, and Carol would say, this is my dress. But then, did Carol design that dress? No. Did she tailor it? No. Did she make it in a textile mill? No. Did she grow the cotton or whatever went into that on her own? No. Nowhere she has played any role at all, and yet she claims this dress is my dress. Similarly, thoughts have evolved over millions of years. It's not Carol's thoughts. They're all there in the thought sphere, and they come in and they go out. And yet Carol thinks these are my thoughts. They are not hers. Her body similarly is not her body. Similarly, her mind. What is the mind? It's a flow of thought. And that mind too is not her mind. It's a very ancient mind it is. And that's not hers. And herself, I am there. A sense of separateness is a concept. It's an illusion. So nothing is hers. But then she identifies herself with her thoughts, with her body, with her mind, and thinks that she exists. This is called anatma, or false identification. She's not that, but she thinks she is that. And why does she do it? It's called prajnaparada, or failure of intelligence. That is the intelligence we talk in level 2. When intelligence arises, this false identification ceases. You realize that you are no more your thoughts, no more your mind, no more your body, and no more the so-called self, which is non-existent in the first place. So now, all these things you have got to understand intellectually. Having understood intellectually, you must try to soak into it and contemplate on it, and then give and receive Dikshas. Giving Dikshas is more powerful than receiving Dikshas. Keep doing it, and suddenly you will see you're out of the mind. Right now, you're within the mind. All your seeking, all your search is within the mind. And within the mind, there's nothing but suffering, because the mind is a limitation. When there's a limitation, there's a division. When there's a division, there's a conflict. When there's a conflict, there's wastage of energy, which is misery or suffering. On the other hand, if energy is conserved, the stillness of energy is meditation, is joy, is bliss, is love. So what you've done is, within the framework of the mind, let us call it a prison, you have beautifully arranged all the furniture. A little security in your family, a little in your wealth, a little in your name and fame, and this and that. It's all very beautifully organized to manage your suffering. I'm not against it. Perfect, go ahead and do it. But then you will not really experience what it is to live. You will not truly live. You're existing beautifully. Now you have to get out of this prison, that is the mind. Now, if you would contemplate on these teachings and give and receive Dikshas, you may find something strange happening. You may find yourself gradually moving out of the prison called the mind. And as you go out of the mind, you will see your own thoughts. Thinking is happening. Not you thinking. Thinking is happening. Speech is happening. All the actions are happening. Very beautifully they are happening. They are perfect. It's only when you identify yourself with them, there's disorder, there's imperfection. Once you come out, they're all happening like breathing and digestion and everything automatically. It's not right action or wrong action. It is perfect action. It's all happening of its own. And you're out of it. You're out of it, and that's all. And then you'll experience that love you're asking about, that pure love. When you're out of it, what is there is pure love, pure joy. But within the mind, you could never ever get it. So all the drama is now going on within the mind. I hope that by the time we meet next time, you'll be able to get out of your minds and watch your own mind functioning there.